Hey, Gemini, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your December 2024 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Gemini, you're not going to believe this, but as I was doing your intro, I was hearing Lady Gaga's song, Poker Face, and bottom of the deck, we have Poker Face showing up here. So for some of you, this is about discovery, right? It's about laying your hand out on the table and hoping that you've won the jackpot, right? So I feel like there's a situation here that you have to take a chance on. This is about taking a gamble, taking a risk. And it's so funny that that song was playing in my mind's eye loud and clear. So you have some really beautiful energies coming in. You have blowing a kiss, you have soulmates, and you have seduction. This is all about unconditional love, Gemini. It's giving and receiving, fairness in love, affection being returned. For some of you, you're calling in or are in the midst of a soulmate union, a soulmate partnership. This is a soul contract, a sacred contract with your life partner. Someone that you contracted prior to this lifetime, prior to incarnating here on earth. So this is what's happening here for you now. However, there's a bit of seduction here. Okay, this is a high level attraction. This could be teasing each other, right? Forehead kisses and little butt grabs and doing things that help you remember that love should be playful and fun and exciting and romantic. So I see that you're reevaluating things here, but some of you, it feels like a risk is necessary. A risk is required. Some of you also maybe getting into, or you are in a high level commitment with someone who you may have got intimate with right away, right? This could have been a situation where you weren't together long and there was intimacy and attraction, or potentially you got married after a short amount of time. I also see that there's been some temptations here in some way. And maybe that's part of the poker face because someone wasn't showing their hand. Maybe there was a part of them that didn't want to interrupt the flow of this union. Therefore, they held back. And maybe it's important now that all the hands are laid out on the table. So let's see your energy, what you're thinking, feeling, and actioning, and we'll take a look at the person on your mind. And if there's not a person, if you are single and you're wanting to attract love, we'll take a look into their energy here as well. So let's look at you, Gemini. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? And what are you actioning here? So thoughts, feelings, and action. Okay. You're starting off with the Judgment card. You want a second chance here. You want a second chance at love. You want to really blossom and open yourself up. This could be making a major decision in your life that will change the direction and destiny of your life, right? It's something that is all or nothing. Like, are we doing this? Am I going to fold my hand or am I going to make the call? And that's what is showing up here. That's what you're thinking. And I feel like you're laying it all out there. This is the time. There's a sense here of purpose and a rebirth. This is a passage that you are entering into where you've gone through the trials and tribulations, but there's no going back. You've reached this point, right? You've reached this point where you are face to face with something. You're face to face with making a choice or decision that could make or break, right? Just like that hand at poker. Wow, this is a big card to be in your thoughts, right? The Judgment is Scorpio energy. This is about releasing judgments. This is just going for it, doing something here. There's a judgment call being made. And I feel like you're thinking rationally and logically, which is great. You are an air sign, Gemini. But how are you feeling? You have the crown chakra. So when the crown chakra shows up in your feels, I feel like you're opening your crown and you're saying, all right, what is in my highest good, spirit? I'm connecting. I'm asking you for help, for guidance, for me to trust my intuition on this. I'm going to pull one more card to clarify. Reaching out. You have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is about teamwork, skilled work, right? Putting in the effort here. And I feel like you are wanting collaboration and connection, but there may have been a third party. There may even be someone external that could be affecting the relationship. Now, third party does not have to be cheating. It could be work-life balance, work-love balance, right? It could be that you're trying to trust that you can have a sustaining relationship and a fulfilling career and try to, keep it all in a sense of balance. For others of you, this could be a family member on the outside that has interfered, okay? An in-law, a mother-in-law, or a sister-in-law, brother-in-law. I feel like there's an in-law or, again, a friend. Someone here is trying to trust their higher power, their higher self, and it may even at times be challenging if there's a little fly in your ear coming from society or coming from other individuals externally. That may be where there's a little bit of a push and pull when it comes to feelings and emotions. But I feel that you're doing the right thing here, Gemini, by opening up your crown chakra and really allowing yourself to connect to your divine blueprint, connect to your Akashic records and say, all right, I have a choice to make here, and this change will shift the entirety of my life. But can I trust that this is in my highest good? And it will be. Whether it be positive or negative, it is going to be in your highest good. But let's see where this is going. Now, we have the High Priestess. So it looks like you're keeping something to yourself for the time being. So you're holding your cards. You haven't quite hit the river, which is, the final cards when you're playing Texas Hold'em. You haven't quite got there yet. You still have time is what I'm getting. Time to kind of play out and check out the other energies of the other players. And maybe that's why the Three of Pentacles is showing up here. So you could be reading other people's intentions, their body language, their energies, and how they are feeling. And that's why the poker face is coming in here, because you don't quite know, but you have to trust. You have to trust what you see with the Judgment card here, right? You have to trust what you see, what you've gone through as well, but you also have to trust in your heart. But I see that you're going to listen. You're going to listen to the guidance that comes in when it comes to this relationship. And there's something here that you may know, or it may have already come out, already been exposed to you. But I see that we may fold the cards. You may fold. If this is a judgment call, you may feel like it's not going to work out, or you have the losing hand in a sense. So let's keep going with this, Gemini. I feel like there is something here you could be keeping silent, keeping something hidden, and maybe this is a love offer where you're going to pop up with the question, maybe the actual pop the question, or perhaps you are waiting for this time to come, and maybe you're keeping something secret here, or you're folding your cards. Let's see how this person feels. What is going on in your person's mind, their heart, and what action are they going to take here? All right, we have the Two of Pentacles in their thoughts. It's in reverse. The Nine of Swords in their feels, and they're actioning it with the Nine of Cups in reverse. All right, so what's the shared energy between these two? What's the shared energy here, Spirit? Choosing your battles, defense. So there's some sort of defense here. Defense mechanism has gone up, okay? And maybe it is because you're not sure how the other person feels. This is what you're wanting. You're wanting the kiss. You're wanting the unconditional love, the giving and receiving, the fairness, the affection returned. And you are really examining if this is your person, because perhaps that has been void. Perhaps there hasn't been a lot of touch. There hasn't been a lot of love. Okay, or there has been some sort of third party or seduction or temptation. Now, in your person's thoughts, they have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. The Two of Pentacles in reverse is juggling too much, maybe juggling more than one person even. It can be needing to find balance within themselves. They could also be struggling to find balance in their financial world or their material world and their love life. So there's a lot that this person is taking on, but I feel like it's important that they prioritize. They may be weighing up some pros and cons at this time, and they may be really questioning where this union is going themselves, and if there can be balance in this union, if there's enough reciprocity. If this is someone new that you are about to meet, I feel like they've gone through some stuff and they may not quite be ready to give you what you are looking for. Because how are they feeling? Well, they're in their head a lot. It could be another air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I definitely feel like they have some fears. They have some fears and some reservations around how they feel about this union or about getting into a union. So Nine of Swords can be addictions, obsessions, nightmares, depression, insomnia. It's the monkey mind. It's worst case scenario. So I feel like this individual is feeling very chaotic, very, up one day, down the next. And roles can be reversed. Take it as it resonates. But I feel like there's a lot going on and they may be trying to focus. What's best for me? You see that there's a rose, there's a ring, there's a book, there's a chalice, there's the timing card as well. So it almost feels like this person feels like they're running out of time, that they haven't learned or integrated the lessons here. They're not sure if commitment is something that they want to apply their energy towards. Now, what is the action they're going to take? Nine of Cups in reverse. This person may also suffer from substance abuse or overindulging. Now, of course, Nine of Cups in the upright is dreams coming true. It's a very favorable card of wishes being granted. But when it's in reverse, says someone's dissatisfied. This individual is dissatisfied with the choices that they've made, and they're feeling very restless indeed, and a lot of fears coming out in this person's energy. And this is empty promises as well. And maybe that's part of you saying, I've given this a go, but I don't have any more chips to throw out there. I don't have anything else to bet on. And maybe I need to just fold my hand here, because there's been empty promises in the past. But let's see if this is salvageable. Let's see if this seduction is too strong. Maybe this seduction is the empty promises. Maybe it's someone not willing to take a risk. Maybe they've already taken a risk, but they've lost everything that they've put out there. They put all their chips on the table and lost them all. So the shared energy between you and this individual is the Seven of Wands. Choosing your battles. Seven of Wands is a closed off energy, very closed off. It can be accusations. It can be feeling on guard, feeling like you're walking on eggshells when you're around this person. It can also be a very stubborn, very protective, and even fight or flight type of energy. And I feel like there's been a lot of battles here. You've gone through a lot, and maybe this is also external, because I see with that Three of Pentacles here, there is some sort of third party energy involved. And you may be questioning, I got to make a judgment call. Do I go with this person who seduces me, or do I go with the safe, the calm? Or if there's not more than one person, I feel like you're wanting more. You're wanting more from a union, and you want to get out of this Seven of Wands. And right now, the shared energy between the both of you is protecting, right? Are we going to protect what we've built, or are we going to continue fighting through this in a way that's unhealthy, potentially unfulfilling, and causing someone's darkest fears to really show up in the relationship? And I feel like you know something here. You know something, Gemini. Your intuition is on point. Listen. So many times we feel like we're not intuitive. We're always receiving intuitive nudges and downloads. The biggest challenge that shows up is listening to our intuition and trusting it, right? Trusting it. You're getting the downloads. You just may not be trusting the information that you're getting. I see that, again, there's three people. There's three energies here. So it feels like some fears are showing up when it comes to facing something, okay? Because you have the Three of Pentacles. They have some deep fears. They have double nines. So I'm seeing the 3, 3, 6, 9 energy, even though I don't see the 6 yet. We may see it in the shared energies below. But I feel like this person, it's like they have big dreams. They want to find balance. They want to move forward. But there's something getting in their way. And I feel like it has to do with this temptation, this third party, the hooking up, the dating, or maybe another individual. So let's see what your advice is. Gemini, what's the advice here for Gemini, please? The advice is to know that, for one, you're not alone. The Five of Pentacles, someone does feel like they're a little bit left out in the cold. Even in the midst of a relationship, you could be married, you could be in a commitment, but there's a part of this person, or roles could be reversed. There's a part of this person that's fearing some sort of empty promise, like throwing the cards out there, thinking that you have pocket rockets, right? Double aces, and there's 2 aces out on the board, right? You feel like you got the winning hand. What else could beat that? And then somebody else has the royal flush. So therefore, you're going back and forth, possibly wavering. Is there a better option? Is there something else? And it's causing conflict in someone's mind. It's causing conflict in someone's heart. Someone does feel a little bit alone, but I'm getting ready to come home. Someone may be ready to come home. This could be that maybe you've kicked someone out, right? Or someone has went to rehab. Someone struggled here. Maybe this has to do with an adult child. What's the action? What's the action? What's the action between these two? Oh, look at that. We have the Ace of Wands. There's the seduction. There's the passion. There's the teasing. There's the fun, curious energy. What's the outcome? What's the outcome here for Gemini and their person? Okay. There's a shift when it comes to sacral energies here. Sacral chakra is located in the reproductive region for females as well as males, 2 inches below the navel. It can be our sexuality. It can be our pleasure. It can be how we relate to others. And it can also be about intimacy and trust. And I see the sacral chakra here is highly activated. Look at all those 2s. We have a lot of 2s here in your reading with the High Priestess. We have the 2 of Swords, and we have the sacral. It almost feels like someone thinks with their pleasure activator versus long term. It feels like someone at times can be impulsive, and they make decisions based on instant gratification, pleasure, or happiness instead of finding balance and saying, okay, this can bring me pleasure if I think about this first and then make a choice. I feel like someone does the opposite. It's like they jump into it and then it backfires. And I feel like there's a new beginning that happens between you and this individual. But because someone may self-sabotage or because someone is still dealing with maybe pride or arrogance, or, they haven't yet been humbled in a sense. It causes them to refuse to see what they need to see in order to overcome these battles. Okay, it causes one to be in that fight or flight. It causes one to feel like they're very alone. They're not secure with who they are potentially. Someone's hiding behind a mask or hiding behind something here with the poker face. And I see that this person, it's like they're not able to intuitively or intuit when to roll the dice and when to fold the cards, because it seems like the opposite has happened for them, right? When they thought their intuition was saying, okay, take a gamble, take a risk, it backfired. But then when they folded, they would have won, right? So it almost feels like there's a balance that's taken place, maybe karmically. Maybe this is karmic balance between you and an individual, maybe you and yourself. But I see the potential of a new beginning happening here. But unfortunately, Gemini, I just see that someone is going to struggle and not make a choice. They're going to be either paralyzed by indecision, they're going to ignore a choice, or lie to themselves. And it's important to trust in one's intuits, trust in one's instincts here. Someone really struggles with that sacral chakra, vulnerability. Someone struggles with being vulnerable. And that can really interfere and affect a relationship. If we want to get to this place of blowing a kiss, then we have to take a look at the temptations, the devil energy, right? Because that's what the devil is. There's nothing wrong with seduction when it is handled in a healthy way. But it's when we let the temptations cloud our judgments of what is best for us. And I see that there is a soul contract, a life partner. There's someone here lined up. If you're not in this relationship already, which a lot of you are, you know who this individual is, because you're the one that's going to say, I feel like it's your call. It's your call here, Gemini. Is this what you want? And right now you may be keeping your thoughts to yourself, keeping your feelings to yourself, or at least trying to connect, meditate more, and really pray on this, sleep on this. You're not making any rash, impulsive decisions here. You're trying to really get in tune with your own intuition, because maybe this has been someone that you've been with for quite some time. Maybe there's a fear of going it alone. And maybe there are temptations outside of the relationship because this person and you haven't been vulnerable. Maybe there's been it's like two ships passing in the night. But I am seeing a sacral chakra really affecting or disconnecting this relationship, and it could have the potential to fall flat on its face. All right, let's get a message here for you from the wisdom of the oracle. Wisdom of the oracle, chaos and conflict. Whew, you're being challenged at this time, Gemini. You're being challenged to really go within and say, what do I want? What is going to make me happy? And can this person, can I accept them potentially for who they are? Can I work with this, or am I in love with potential? For one, if you're in love with potential, it's going to backfire, because this person is showing you who they are. Trust them at their word. Trust them at the action, I should say, that they put out there, because this is disarray, being at a cross purpose with another, the tension of opposites, the value of chaos before order. There is big value in chaos before order, because that's what stirs everything up. And sometimes we need that stirring, even though it's uncomfortable. It's not fun. Some of you, this could be your first big argument with a loved one, right? It could be we get divorced or we stay together, right? We're either in this or we're not. It can be you opening up to love after you've been hurt in the past. Maybe you've been in that that temptation energy, the having fun, the teasing, the attraction, but not wanting to settle down, right? You've been keeping something to yourself and maybe you're getting ready to open up. Stubbornness is keeping someone in a state of opposition. The incessant need to be right will only serve to prolong the conflict that deep down you want to be resolved. This is an opportune moment to learn about your values, your sense of self, and what is really important to you. Some things are non-negotiable. If that's true, it's not necessary to fight. Can you find a way through the stormy emotions to higher ground? Soon the air will clear and you will be in a much better place than before, for the storm will have passed, blazing a path for new growth in its wake. Things can become electric and enlightened, always better than before, if you use this time constructively. And that's what the judgment is all about. The judgment says, okay, we don't need to fight. If something is a non-negotiable, that right there is the answer. And I feel like you've been going back and forth because your integrity, your values, your beliefs may have been stretched. They may have been crossed. They may have been broken, the boundaries, right? It's card 3-3, which is 6. That's the Lovers. This is an advantageous moment to restore order and recognize the opportunity for negotiation. Even in the seeming chaos, there is a kind of divine order, a resorting of elements. This is powerful. Now, Gemini, if your intention is to find the best solution for the highest good of all, there is positive news. The timing is perfect. Things are already stirred up, so don't be afraid to jump into the mix. You'll discover everything you need to know about how this situation affects you long term. Be present in the eye of chaos. This moment is valuable. Don't waste it. Yeah, this is valuable. Like I said, you are sitting in that judgment and you have the crown chakra that came up in your reading. This is divinely inspired. What's happening here for you is happening for your evolution. It is for your highest good. All right. Even if it brings a sense of feeling uncomfortable, even if you have to be alone for a little while, trust that this path is actually leading you back home to the true soul self, right? You're not alone, even though at times it feels like you're walking a lonely path. All right, let's dive into the crystal spirits. Now, if you can, please safely close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, your belly area. Nice big inhale. Hold it as long as you can, Gemini. And release through the mouth with a nice big sigh. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first crystal or gemstone that shows up in your mind's eye. Now this could be a crystal that you're familiar with, maybe even know the name of. Perhaps your gemstone is showing up as a specific shape, size, or color. Maybe hues of pink or orange, purple, or clear. Your crystal could be tumbled, rutilated, polished, or raw. Perhaps your gemstone is giving off a frequency of unconditional love, protection, strength, or power. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And Gemini, for those of you interested in a free reading and you'd like to enter into the giveaway, all you need to do is drop whatever crystal or gemstone you were seeing in your mind's eye, whether it be the shape, the size, the color, the frequency or feeling, whatever was coming to you, drop it in the comment section below, and I personally will enter you into that free reading giveaway. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification on the first of the month. All right, Tiger's Eye. Tiger's Eye, which we actually have here, right here. This is what Tiger's Eye looks like. It's a really powerful stone when it comes to positive willpower, optimism, the power to manifest essence into form. And it's also all about clear purpose. Tiger's Eye Spirit's message is that someday is today, and the right time is now. No wishful thinking. Act to make your wish manifest. Remember that asking someone to dance isn't asking them to marry you. So be brave and take that first action towards connecting with someone you feel drawn to. Tiger's Eye Spirit's energy of manifestation is with you, and something very good promises to come from the courage you express. Be optimistic. Love and its modes of expressions are looking for you right now. So step forward. You will be glad you did. So this is taking a risk as well. It's being able to have that clarity that you need, that intuitive hit, right? Trusting your intuition to make a call, make a decision. And this is the perfect moment to act up on something. There is action. And I feel like the chaos and conflict, if things are already hectic, jump in, because now is a better time than any to get something done. Now, Tiger's Eye is a very fiery energy. It's all about action here, but it also is mixed in with earth energy, which is physicality. This is the perfect stone to align with when trying to manifest your dreams into being, whatever they may be. It brings energy and vitality to your process while keeping us focused on a task at hand, resulting in grounded action. So for those of you where this does resonate, the Judgment card, when you're wanting to blossom and step out of a comfort zone, but there's fear or distractions or brain fog when it comes to doing so, really meditating with Tiger's Eye is a powerful crystal to help you get in tune, right? To help you get clear on those intentions. All right, Gemini, last but not least, what do we need to know for Gemini? Messages from your spirit guides. What do we have, please, for Gemini, please? We have the pine tree. Trust yourself and follow your passions. Trust yourself. The pine is all about memories, dreams, and goals. It's about your future. So it's time to act upon, make a choice here when it comes to your future. No more sitting on something, and trust in yourself. That's what the High Priestess is all about, right? Trust. Trust that whatever call you are about to make, that it is getting you a step closer to your dreams, your goal, and the future that you deserve, Gemini. That is what I have for you, beautiful souls. Yes, things may feel a little bit chaotic, but trust in that divine chaos. Trust in the calm, the calm after the storm, but I feel like there's already a midst here of energy showing up because someone is sitting in their fears. Someone feels a little bit imbalanced, and they may be wanting a dream come true as well, but it is going to require pride being set aside. It is going to require someone being humbled in a sense. And I feel like a new beginning is possible if one heeds the call, if one is vulnerable, if one listens here and doesn't let the fears succumb them, sabotage them, or bring this relationship to its knees. Okay, there is the chance of a new beginning. Whether it's with this person or without, that's where your intuition comes in. But I do see that this person may struggle. They may struggle, and that could sabotage the union. That is what I have for you, Gemini. Deep, but if it resonates, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't already. And of course, drop your crystals in the comment section below. Lots of love.